welcome back to my channel, and today it's a wavy hair tutorial and also how to create realism when you're drawing hair on IbisPaint. This was also one of my videos I did months ago, which was there's a new technique on IbisPaint, whatever, and that didn't go so well. It looked confusing as fuck, and also because I've been trying to do this on IbisPaint for a really long time, and also I've noticed IbisPaint has a new update and new brushes and whatever. But the first thing that you want to do is create a new layer, use a soft brush and create the parting of your hair right in the middle, and yeah, I'll tell you what to do after that. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to start drawing the hair using the pen brush, and we're going to be using dark brown. We're not going to use black because if you're doing a wig, you're not going to see everything that you've colored in. But I feel like it's misleading when I'm doing hair tutorials with my mannequin. I'm not always trying to do like a wig tutorial. You can basically follow this and draw on your actual Wavy. It doesn't have to be a wig. So yeah, waves is pretty easy to do than curls. You just gotta do straight down and then do a curve at the bottom as you go down and carry on drawing. When you're done creating the shape of the hair, all you do is duplicate the layer and flip it over and then move it to match the other side of the hair, and then just clean up the parting in the middle with the eraser. Then I'm going to tell you what to do next. Then the next thing is merge the layer down, and now we're going to start doing the detailing and the creating the realism in the hair after doing this. Now creating a new layer using a light whitish brownish color, just any color that matches the hair color. And the brush we're going to be using, I don't know how to say the brush name, but I'm gonna just point it out. And Then I'm going to show you how to do the next bit, which is going on the stabilizer and using the force fade and the method on after, and then you can start using it. So I used the wrong brush because I was wondering why does the brush look like that when I'm using it. But yeah, don't use this brush, use the one that is under the dark hair. And when you use that brush, you're gonna do like this kind of motion that I'm doing till you get the right shape, and just keep doing that. Make sure you try to get the hair as close as possible. Well, not too close because you're trying to make it look realistic. I mean, you'll see what I mean at the end of the video, but you will also see what I mean when you look at the thumbnail, like how it looks at the end of it. But yeah, this is not difficult. You're just creating the shape of the hair. This is how every process in drawing hair is like. So yeah, I hope I'm really helping at the moment. The next thing is using the eraser, and you want to have it set up on the airbrush so you can fade it out into the hair. Also make sure that your brush size is a big enough size and it's not too small, so that when you fade it out the detail, it's even and not weird looking. So yeah. Now create a new layer and just do the same thing. The shape is going to kind of be different because it's the bottom, and also this is the same technique I'm going to be using to do the curly hair tutorial. So I really hope you get how to do this on this video because I started off easy, and I'm really hoping no one gets confused. This is absolutely so easy to do. All you gotta do is just figure out what shape you're doing in the hair to create the hairstyle that you're doing, and then the next thing that you gotta do is just erase, creating fades in the hair, and that's also how you're creating shape and realism in the hair as well. I've created a new layer to do the top of the head, and then after this I'm going to be merging the layers down and duplicate it to do the other side, so I'm not redoing the steps all over again. So yeah, it's just what we did on the hair when you finish doing the other side. Now I'm going to be merging all the layers down and flip it over and put it on the other side. Next step is creating a new layer under that hair layer to make the hair strands using the round brush point. It's not called the round brush point anymore, it's just called the round brush on this new update, but it's just a little bit down, and you're going to be doing this around the hair and at the ends of the hair. So now I'm going to be changing the highlights of the hair to kind of like match it, or just, you know, do whatever I want with it. You can do whatever you want with the highlights of the hair, or you can just leave it the way it is, depending on the color you did and the shade of the highlights you used. So yeah, just change it however you want and you're basically done. And I mean, you can still do more with it. You can add more definition by darkening where the fades are, and then do a highlight by drawing a line where you can see the highlights coming out in the hair already. But I didn't want to do that. It kind of already looked fine, and all of you are beginners. I don't want to make anything more kind of difficult than it is. But yeah, this is basically how you do it, and I hope that helped.